You, yeah, okay. Okay, that sounds good, yeah. I'll paste the link, and then if anybody comes in, they can say hello. If they don't come in, because people are at work, and also I didn't really promote. I put a link in my announcement channel, but I think people don't really know that there's a preview build out because I have a special. It's a small group of people that come and play like the preview builds.
Right.
Most people don't want to be bothered with this stuff. They just want to see the final build. That's all tested, right? They don't want to do QA.
And that's why I like it on YouTube, because when we're done, it just goes to an archive broadcast, and they could just watch it whenever. It just
if they want to, yeah.
It just it takes 24 hours, whatever, for it to do the load. Then that's fine. Because after this, I got to do. Forgot Ground Branch came out of 1.0 today, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Which, I never played that.
Remember when we talked about Ghost Recon a couple times? And I did mention Ground Branch. Ground Branch is that modern version of Ghost Recon for me.
I've seen it. I've seen it's been in development a long time. Like the early access was definitely for.
Yep.
I didn't realize it came out. I guess it just came out July 16th. Yeah, like today.
Comes out today, 1.0. So I don't see the 1.0 release yet, so I'm assuming they're still working on it.
Isn't this like a squad-based game?
Yes. So it's not like Ready or Not, to where you're dealing with SWAT teams. You're doing like military operations, like you're doing terrorist hunts, bomb defusal, hostage stuff.
So it's like Vegas.
Yeah,
a little bit like Vegas.
Kind of like Vegas.
Okay.
The only difference between this and Vegas or Siege is that the walls don't explode when you shoot at them.
Okay, yeah. There's only 260 players. Not. It looks like it might have come out. I don't know.
Let me see.
It's been around. I'm kind of curious how they promoted the 1.0. That's a 1.0 is it can give you a second chance, or it can give you nothing. In my case, I definitely had a boost. But what I did see after 1.0 is that there's more. It's more steady now. People find the game. They're not curious like, oh, I don't want to play an unfinished game. They just either they buy it or they put it on wish list and then they wait for the sale.
Yep.
And as usual, every sale you get a spike. This 1.2 update will have a sale, probably 33%.
That's one problem with a lot of the big streamers on Twitch, is that they want to play the 1.0. They don't want to touch the early access because it's like icky to them. They get their hands like all dirty and stuff. It just, I am the polar opposite of them people, because I want to see the development grow, and it gives more reason to do videos for it. Like, you put out your updates, and I want to put out update patches for it. And, people would rather listen to somebody tell them about it rather than going over there looking for like 1 to 2 hours just reading stuff. Because some people can't read, apparently.
Yeah, I don't like that if somebody jumps on and then like an early access release, and then they say, well, there's like lack of content. Well, yeah, it's early access. Like, if the game is not finished.
I get that, and I know a lot of people have like said in the past, like, oh my god, this game is so broken. Well, that's why it's called early access, and you have to explain to them the definition of what early access means, and they don't get it. They don't understand.
You have to be really careful. That's why I said, like, the people are impatient. They'll buy early access just because they can't wait. Especially if it's like streamed by a lot of people. Like Valheim, was a huge early access hit, and like nobody could wait. Plus, wait, what, 5 years? It took like 6 years or something for it to come out. That's a long time.
So like,
even my game.
I guess the other thing was, I'm currently on the dojo thing right now, so you can't kind of like clear the combos. You just go over it.
Are we live?
Yep.
Well, I gotta mute the channel. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let me just let them know if they want to pop in. Okay.
Why does my
Peace.
Discord keep going? No.
Stream.
Bad Discord.
All right. Yeah. So what was the question?
So the dojo, where it has
Yeah.
like the different types of patterns for attacking. So you can't like, there's no button to clear it. You just go over it then. So like if I'm gonna change it, like from hit, dodge,
Oh,
hit, dodge.
just click on it, select the combo you want to change.
Right.
There's going to be a delay, so whatever you're doing, I have to wait for a second. And then you could basically allocate different moves for each step of the combo.
Right. So if I wanted to do parry, block.
And you could just cycle whatever and change them up around to do whatever you want. And they're limited, so you can't be doing like a combo that's got nothing but parry, because that's probably really easy to unlock. So you just be doing that over and over and over. Same with the dodge. So yeah, you could just cycle, and it as long as each step is complete and doesn't have a blank, it's a working combo.
And it says
And yeah,
opener used by another combo. Is that like, is that a lockable?
it just means you can't select dodge for that step. It's already used by some other combo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it kind of stops after the third, fourth, and fifth one. So it's just 1 and 2 that says it.
So you've got yeah, you're gonna have 4 steps that are matched during the enemy's turn, and each step has to match in sequence for that combo to work. And there's no duplicates. That's why it's you've got a warning message on some where you would see a duplicate. So those the combo number 4 and 5 are incomplete, so those won't even trigger.
Okay. But if I were to do all 5 of these, would they do all of them in like, I guess, would it go from square one each turn, or would they keep going throughout the entire, all the way down to 5 for all the hits?
It's gonna keep matching what it can in any sequence. So if because they're not repeating, each combo has different moves. There's no duplicate moves. So whatever one it matches first, that's the one that's gonna give you the points.
Okay. Yeah,
so you can't be doing the same combo 5 times. The point is granted as soon as it matches, and the combo carries over to the next turn. So if you only get attacked like once per turn, it'll keep building up until it's 5 or is it 4 moves, and then it gets cleared up.
Okay. So then,
just make sure you customize all 5, and you've got the highest chance of matching something.
Right.
And I wouldn't put block. If you're not blocking, then that's kind of a waste. Because do you have anybody blocking?
I think I do. Big gear.
How can I help?
Just need to reload and I'm ready to go. Time for some target practice.
So martial arts.
So the way it works is that once a combo is matched, you get a random upgrade for one of these. And that's why it's got 0. And that if you select that upgrade, you'll start slowly upgrading not only your martial arts, but you start upgrading your other weapons.
Well, I know you could upgrade like depending upon the points for the laboratory when it comes down to like using a different.
And now it's part of dojo as well. So if you hover over any sharp weapon or blunt weapon, you'll see a little bit of information linked to dojo as well. Like it doesn't like any blunt weapon in your gear.
Standing by.
Training.
Right, because I've been mainly just going off of the weapon, melee weapon, or like the range weapon I'm currently using. So if I do joist and it has a submachine gun, then it goes points into submachine gun, and then the sharp weapon, which is the sword.
Yeah, so if you hover over a sword, any sword, like your katana, not here, but the actual like item.
Okay.
That's equipped on your merc.
Let's do this.
So then it goes mail order katana.
There's a little delay on the screen, so I'm waiting. No, I mean like hover over the katana weapon.
Yeah, it's
not
going to.
not
It's going to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Because currently I'm looking
Yeah,
at
like
my Steam
so
one right
see
now.
how it says dojo 0% crit damage.
Yep.
So you'll be upgrading that if you start one of the abilities part of dojo is giving you extra crit damage, and you'll see that across all swords. It's just a little extra.
Right. And I did see the point system for the dojos after the end of combat. Like it'll say how much you got for it.
Yep. You just gotta match the combos and then start upgrading the 4 different dojo skills, but basically by matching those combos. It's kind of a passive system. It slowly builds up. I don't know. I'm still fine tuning the balance of it. So I don't know if it's gonna get too powerful or maybe underpowered. I've got to figure out. That's why this update's taking so long. It introduced a whole new combat system, which could result in OP combinations. The usual.
Right. The other thing was that you had merc outfits too. You had different clothes for them.
Yeah, that's part of the shelter. You can also click on your mercs in squad, and there's a little like sweater icon.
Getting
Takes you
paid to
straight to
stand
the
around?
outfit selection in gear.
Oh, I see
Are
it.
you ready?
Yeah. And the DLC gives you the last. So each merc comes with 3 outfits, and then you could uh if you don't hover over anybody, you see a little sweater next to yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then it has 3 outfits, and then it has speaking, and then it has retire.
So the speaking was part of the previous update, but it used to be in a different place, and I kind of put it all in the same interface. And retire gives you a way to remove a merc that's not in the squad. Just remove them from your camp. You could recruit them again, but some people were asking they don't want to see extra mercs in their camp.
Right, because they
Plus,
don't.
yeah,
They
yeah.
currently have their own kind of like squad already. Why change it at that point? You can't go any more than that.
Yes, and also I've added. There's now 16 different mercs, and you can only have 15 recruits. So if you want to recruit like that last one, you'd have to dismiss somebody. Like you can't. It used to be just was it 12 mercs and 3 revenants. 12 living mercs and then 3 revenants. Now there's 13 living mercs.
Okay. Because I know when before I had this one save, I had another save beforehand that had, I think it was like 4 or 5 mercs, and then I had 1 revenant.
Yep.
It was like, I think it was Mort, because namely he granted he can't survive the whole turn because he has the degradation problem to where his health will keep going down until he dies, and the only way to really slow that is if you have the embalming.
DK, yeah. It's just, I mean, there's really no need to remove mercs from your camp.
Can't do that.
It's more of a visual thing. Like maybe you're doing a theme. You don't want to have extra mercs. But there's no need. There's no need for it. You're not losing anything. But why not? I put it in. I think the outfits was requested a long time ago. It's definitely a few years. People wanted to see different outfits.
Did they ever have a suggestion for if you can't use the mercs in your squad, if you could send them doing other things?
Well, that exists already. We have some gadgets that you can equip on different mercs, and you get like experience points, or it benefits your squad that's away. So that exists already right now. It's not really deep, but it does exist.
Because I wasn't sure about that. I know you had the traders, and I know you have Jack and the different supports like Shadow and everything, and I just didn't know if there was mercenary traits for that.
They do exist. Those gadgets exist. They don't give you a huge benefit, because that's not like the main focus of the game. You wanna take your group to fight zombies. What happens in camp when you're away? It shouldn't be a big portion of the game, at least not yet.
Right. The other thing is that you had I didn't know about this until yesterday when I seen the patch notes, but you have a new
Yeah.
board gourd effect.
Oh yeah, that's I drew a lot of new sprites. Trying to make it look more pixel artish. Used to be like 3D effects, but they weren't consistent enough. And so yeah, there's a lot of new sprites that emulate like blood drops all over the place.
I do see kind of most of it. It's got like a lot of the zombie skulls that go from really small to pretty big. Then you have the different
Yep.
limbs, the eyeballs,
Yep.
and then a lot
Yep.
of the blood splatter.
Yep. Lots of those little ones. Yep.
Another new thing was a new character, Sam. What's he do?
Commando.
Oh, he's a
Don't
commando.
strain yourself.
He's like a cowboy.
Pretty
It's got like
boring
a
just
cowboy
standing
theme.
here.
Just a commando is probably the most popular class in the game. So I figured I'll give him another commando. You still don't have. You can't run 5 commandos, but you can run 4 commandos now.
Oh. I do use
So-
a commando as well, and that's Hudson. I think it's mainly
Yep.
because of the sashimi skill when it comes down to melee weapons.
It's just another way to do it.
And then I seen that the thieving trader that goes off and takes most of the stuff from
yeah.
you. Bree is a camp trader now.
Yep. If she steals anything, it'll show up in her inventory.
Yeah, because
That's
the first thing I see
yep.
in the patch notes is nothing but like oranges, and it's like, how did she get all that?
Yeah.
And then another enemy mechanic called Roadkill. Does this
So those patch notes, if you're looking on Steam, they're definitely dated. There's a lot more added since I posted.
Okay.
That was a preview post I did in May, I think. There's definitely a lot more. Like the stuff that you're not seeing in the patch notes is all the new martial arts cards. They're melee weapons now. That wasn't even announced because I was still working on it. But the new patch notes are coming out. I guess as soon as I'm ready to post something on the Steam page with the release date. I've been working. It's going to be a really big announcement. You're just looking at the old one from 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, I just seen the date on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I looked at the new one now. Survival character Klaus. That's spelled Klaus.
Klaus, yeah. Klaus. He's a German character.
This ability to lead enemy unaware enemies. No. Wait a minute. How come I can't go beyond that? No.
Are you looking at the patch notes in Discord?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's up to date.
Try to see if I can't enlarge this. Because it cuts off after no longer, and then goes right to supportability details. People now reflect this. Trader quality of life, sell ammo, valuables. I think that was always a thing, right? When you try to sell stuff to the camp trader.
It was always a thing, but people couldn't find it.
Okay,
And
so you
it
made
only
two
showed
different
up
buttons.
if you had. Well, it was always a thing, but it would only show up if you sold things or if you had something to sell. Like if you didn't have any valuables to sell, it wouldn't even show up. So it's just that option it just makes it more easier to find. Something people have been asking for a while because they didn't spot it.
Okay, so
It just always shows up now.
So a lot of the stuff you've been doing is quality of life improvements for the UI.
A lot,
since-
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, making it easier for new players. If you've been playing the game a long time, like you would know that feature exists, but new people come in and they're like, I want to sell stuff much quicker, and they just don't see it.
Right,
Now
and
they see
my problem when I first bought the game was when I had the cards and how the words were together, but it wasn't color coded, and it wasn't like spaced
yeah.
out. That
That's a long
ruined
time
that
ago.
really messed me up. But I mean, eventually it got to that point to where you had different words that are colored, which helped out a lot, and then spaced out, and then it was framed, which was another thing I liked too, because then you could just press a button and then it could extend the framed card, and they could read what was all down there.
Yeah,
New enemy status blast proof. Enemies take 85% less damage from explosions
Yeah,
than randomly
that's
granted to non-boss
yep.
enemies. Well, thank God they're
Yeah.
not or non-boss enemies because that would suck.
Well, explosion damage is very, very powerful, and definitely some players they love going in, blasting, throwing grenades over and over. It's not a huge change. You'll only see those once in a while, but it'll give you a little challenge.
And then you reworked the machine guns?
I did.
What was wrong with them? They just look dated, or
Nothing, but they're more spray and pray at the moment. But there's a skill that reverts them back to the way they used to be, that hones them in. So one of the skills in the enforcer tree puts more emphasis on the original machine gun mechanic. Otherwise, machine guns are just spray. It's more like the way I see it is like you have a machine gun in hand. It's really heavy, right? It
right?
shouldn't be super accurate. So it just kind of shoots all over the place.
And then the other,
But if you've got steady hands, you've got an enforcer who's trained to be holding something heavy, and they could narrow that down, that they could narrow that cone into a specific target.
and I know
That's
sometimes
just
that they
idea.
can miss. Like, I've seen, like, I have two characters that have the silenced Uzi, and when they shoot,
Yep.
a lot of times it's either critical or they miss completely, and then you just have to do it again. But it's full, like, what, like 8-10 bursts for that? I guess it depends on the weapon.
Well, this change is only for the machine gun weapon. It's not for AR or SMG. So if you're not using machine guns, you're not going to see any of it. But machine guns are still really powerful, and you could still make them work. Like I said, the original mechanics still in the game. It's just you gotta either select a skill or take a gadget or something else.
And then the one thing I liked was you changed Jack with the sniper kit.
He's got a gadget now. Sniper kit gives him additional shots. You may not have one yet.
Let me
That's a
see.
new gadget.
I think I
'Cause
was.
you're doing a horde here. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see.
I'm just turning it on because I had it
Yep.
on a still image, but I was looking up sniper kit. Well, when you put out that May one, it said Jax gets 8 shots and his ability cost is reduced by 1 AP while equipped on the merc in a mission squad. And then
Yep.
one of the things was called Mother Trucker.
Oh, that's a scripted shotgun. You find that I think it's at water supplies. It's always there. What I wanted to make sure is that it doesn't drop randomly in the world, because you're supposed to get it as a pickup.
Okay.
There's only a few of those, but you need to find it as a pickup. So I just excluded it from the random drop.
Put this down a bit more. Yeah, turning on the horde because I just wanted to, show off how kind of dojo works. Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, well, whenever my turn ends, nothing happens, and just my characters dodge a couple of times. Like,
Yep.
right now, that's what they're gonna do until 1.2 comes out.
Yep.
But then now,
There it is. So you only got attacked once, so that it triggered one time, and the other guy I think skipped a turn.
yeah, sometimes like when I originally seen the hit thing, I thought, hold on a second. It's no seasoning today. I thought when it said hit, I thought it meant you hit them, not them hit you.
Yeah, it should probably say get hit, but yeah, it's basically anything affecting you during the enemy's turn.
Okay, because I'm assuming when it just says, hit, that you just take damage and like nothing happens compared to like dodge or blocked or it's reduced.
I see.
Because I was like,
yeah, I'll think about rephrasing that. Maybe say something else. Either get hit or take a hit or something. It has to be short, right? Because I want it to be a single word.
right, and like I said, I thought originally it was me punching the zombie in the face really hard or something like that.
I see.
So that when it said hit, I was like, okay, well, I want to hit, block, and then dodge, or if I want to hit, dodge type thing. You know how people box and they got their fists up and stuff? Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's might take some tuning. I'm gonna look at making some videos, maybe explain it a little bit better.
Position reached.
You've got 4 zombies. You should get, and you should get 4 things happening. 1, 2. See, it reset because it didn't match anything, so it reset again.
Okay.
If it doesn't match anything in the sequence and it sees that the previous 2 were not a match, it starts a new combo.
So there's no. Is there any way for the player to kind of see that happen, or is it just?
It does. It'll highlight in green. When you match a combo, keep an eye on your next turn for a selection, and you'll see the upgrade.
Okay.
But you'll see the bottom animations will turn green. You can't miss it because it'll like stand out.
Okay, I see it. Then martial endurance.
There's a delay on the video for me, so I don't know if you've seen it happen. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, it'll
I
be
just saw
coming
it.
up in a couple seconds.
Yep. So then you see the upgrade. Yep, martial endurance.
Slice and dice.
Oh, the other 17.
I think some people might be a little confused by what's happening, but the idea is that this is more of an advanced mechanic, I would say. Like, you need to understand the game a little bit to start playing Dojo. And you also can completely ignore it. You don't need the Dojo at all. You can just not use it and still play the original game.
Right, and I do think that the dojo, is more of a late game thing anyway. Don't you have to unlock it through the whole, like, lab
Well, you
system
can
and
unlock it.
everything?
You can unlock it early. You just buy the upgrades. But what I want people to understand is that it's not a requirement. Like, if
It's
you're
not
not interested
mandatory.
in seeing it, yeah, it's not mandatory. Like, you can even turn it off in the game settings. You don't want to see it.
Slice and
Because
dice.
some people might be like, I don't want to focus on this whole combo system. It's just there as something else. Options.
Everybody likes different choices.
Yeah.
But I would
People
say that
return their play-
with the dojo, I think it could be, like, more useful in terms of, like, not getting hit so much, especially by the elites and the bosses. Because, I mean, a lot of
yeah.
them have frenzy, and they could hit you multiple times for 31 damage each, and it's like, I don't want to die.
Well, so the dojo cards
Touchable.
give you, if you're playing martial arts cards, which are newly added cards to the game, you'll have more sustainability. You'll parry more, you'll dodge more. So it's basically a way for playing without a shield. Some people will love the shield mechanic. Some people want to play without a shield.
Dice.
And why would you play without a shield? Well, there's mechanics in the game that if you parry, you could hit something. You could respond with an attack. Again, it's just additional different builds.
And I always
You know,
thought,
it's
like,
only yeah.
the shield, when you use them anyway, it's like they're just tanks. They're there to, like, take damage anyway.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Seems like they have the taunt ability without even taunting.
I've had a lot of comments over the years where people say AR is too OP, SMG is too OP, zombies are too OP, whatever. Like, everybody finds a sweet spot and they think they broke the game. For me, the most important thing is that, are you having fun? Like, if you feel like your build is OP and you're having a good time, then I've succeeded at making a fun game, right? I don't care that it's OP a little bit.
No, they shouldn't be. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like any other game. You're gonna build up to the point that you get, a lot more stuff. Like, people, for example, complain about sweaties in multiplayer games, would be Hunt
Right.
Showdown, Sand, whatever. Or in my case, it was Elite Dangerous when they thought that they made the best builds, but they were really poo-poo compared to anybody else. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you see,
that's all that matters. You know, we're not competing against. This is not a PvP game. You're not competing on your score. You're just there. Like if you find a combo that fits, that is fun, more power to you. I'm glad.
yeah, and you do have the progression like of the different levels that make it harder and harder and harder as time goes on. It's like,
Right,
and
right.
you have the different difficulty modes like Apocalypse. So it's not like the game's gonna be easy if you decide to do that. Good luck to you if you think it is.
I see. So you've got. I'm trying to. This is the build that you've been playing since 1.0. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
The only
So you've
difference
unlocked all the maps.
is that I don't have Mort in this one. I would get rid of Aiden for Mort at this point.
Well, Mort. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Mort can't dodge. So the dojo system is not effective for revenants.
Right, because they're zombies. They
Right.
don't-
They're
they
not
don't-
trained.
they don't have any
karate.
cohesive whatsoever.
Splatter screen.
They're just going after brains. That's all they care about.
Yeah, but
Hungry brain.
I guess the one thing I asked you was like, is it possible to make an entire squad of revenants, or do you need one mercenary?
It is. Well, right. Not an entire squad. You can have 3 right now. I have not added a 4th revenant yet.
Is that because of the whole like degradation of their health thing? So like eventually they'll die, and then if you have nobody, the
No,
mission's over.
I could probably add them. If I worked on because I want to make it look a little bit different. I don't want the same looking revenant. Just facial expressions should be a little bit different.
Right.
I mean, I can add it. I haven't really have. Nobody's asked for a full revenant squad. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. They are really powerful. If you go all out and you start upgrading all their skills, they can get and level them up. They can get very powerful. In some ways, more powerful than the regular mercs. But they take some time to develop, to grow. So I'm a little concerned about it being like the go-to end game build. That's
Right.
probably why I haven't expanded on it. I don't want it to be the build that basically guarantees you win everything.
No, because you got to have some loss and some failure in games. Otherwise, it's like you think you always got a game shark in your hands. Because I want to lose sometimes. You can't. It
When you're
doesn't.
dealing with a lot of scaling, you're always going to have problems with balancing because the numbers just go crazy, especially if you have these long battles. Here, you can match another one. I just saw it. You just have these long battles where you're buffing your mercs nonstop, and you've got all these buffs coming in. You could absolutely overpower almost anything as long as you survive.
Manslaughter.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
why.
part of the fun.
That's why
yeah.
I'm doing like the higher tier, like the score system, for example. That if you have too low of a score gear, you can fight it, but it's a lot harder. As opposed to like
Yep.
having a higher gear score that you could easily do it. Like mine's 200, and this is 142. So I mean, can I? Do I have a good enough chance to win? Probably. Will I die? Yes, that's definitely a possibility too. But it depends upon the equipment and what you have. Because if you use your stuff too fast or wrong, you're gonna die and lose. That's why you got to carry the extra stuff. Like you got to have utility for fixing your melee weapons. You got to have dynamite to blow up stuff so most of their health is gone. You got to have food for their stamina because they go through stamina like crazy.
Yep.
And then if I really have to get extra turns, I could just use leader or hurry up, and then that gives me another turn for all of the mercs instead of one. Like quick
Yeah, you
reflexes.
have a good balance. And look, you're doing just fine without a shield. You're just you're burying a lot, you're dodging a lot.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting lucky because the RNG isn't like pissing all over me, and like last time to where that 1% of the new the distant enemies would come out. Like I remember the different percentage chances, like 60%, and like nothing
Yep.
would happen. But then when I got like 5%, 3 of them popped out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
I remember the last time I played your game to where it was like something like that, and I just kept dying over and over and over again.
I remember that you were unlucky. I remember I was watching you play it. Yeah. you were in water supplies or something, and it just kept spawning more and more on you. Wouldn't end.
Yeah, they wouldn't leave me alone.
So one thing I did is this was a user suggestion. If the zombies took some damage, their health turns to like this orange yellow color. It used to just turn to red right away.
I did
Now
see
it's like
that.
this orange. Yeah, so like that shows you that they're damaged but not super low, and then it gets super low, it turns to red again.
I see that for
That was a
some of the
good
mercenaries too.
Yep, same thing. Yeah, that was a suggestion, and I liked it a lot.
I do like it too because it shows that, like, for example, you can't tell whether they're wounded or not. If they were green, you'd be like, okay, whatever, not a big deal. Unless you highlighted them and it showed the number for their max HP, then you'd be like,
Yep.
maybe I should heal them or not. But orange at least shows like the mid ground between he's definitely hurt, but not super badly.
Right, right, and then the green stays green for I think the first 5% or something like that. So if they're like at 95, 96%, it's still green because it's not like a big impact. But red is when you start to you got to start paying attention. So that was a great. It never came to me. I played thousands of hours developing this game. This idea never came to me for some reason.
It's
Strange.
maybe
People.
it's because it's like too small of a thing to understand or like figure out. Because, I mean, granted, yeah, it's a lot of reading. Like I said earlier, like you got people that don't want to read; they want to listen to other people tell them about it. Because it's a lot easier trying to to basically understand shit like that. So
It's just you get tunnel vision. There's a paramedic. You develop something. You get tunnel vision. You focus on one thing at a time, and you don't see the obvious
yeah,
improvements.
you said paramedic, and I'm over here like I hate these things so much. I really do not like the nurses, the paramedics. People are like, "Oh, why?" And I'm like, "Because they heal." Explain to me how a zombie heals another zombie. Well, he gives them
magic.
brains. Yeah,
It's magic.
it's like you're a giant pain in my ass, and you won't die because you keep healing everybody. So I thank God for sashimi because Hudson doesn't give a shit. He just kills them all.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people play the commando role. I mean, granted, you have other good ones too. It's just that's what most people are playing as.
I'm curious to see. Like I think there's going to be a lot of people playing for basically a full squad of commandos. Not full. You'll need somebody else like for the 5th merc. Maybe you'll get take a leader with you and then 4 commandos. So they'll just blast everything on screen. It'll be fun to watch.
I know
That was never possible before.
I know you had the different sprites for like explosion damage and throwing a hand grenade, and then other than
Yep.
what we talked about with the blood like splatter and everything for the zombies. Is there like, was that flame changed? Like when you did Molotov and flamethrower, or even like the
I did,
weird
yeah.
blowtorch?
Yep. I've added more stuff. Yep, I've added more animations.
Okay, because I was trying to remember whether or not the like flamethrower was changed, or if it always stayed the same to where it looked like a stream coming out.
The oxyfuel welder now has a stream as well, so I added that. There's
Yeah,
just been a lot of little polished things. I'm a lot more relaxed because I'm working on improving the game. That's basically finished. So I'm not worried about like, oh, I've got 40 more skills to add or a whole new class to add. That's a huge
yeah, you're just
commitment.
kind of working on like the extra stuff and what people kind of
Yeah.
like ask about,
want-
or if it's gonna happen.
I want the game to have a tail, right? It's got to, like in a year or two, somebody might discover it. They'll come back. I'll keep pushing patches, but there's going to be so much for them to play. And people that have beat the game, they might come back and play a new challenge mode or something.
Well, yeah, it has replayability. That's what a lot of games say they have, but they don't. This one does. It's like you were telling me earlier today that you thought your game was bloated, but it could be for a good reason. I don't think it's for a bad reason.
It's bloated because I absolutely kept adding interesting ideas, and there were more ideas that got stripped during development. There's like a whole strategic element to the region map. Again, it's just like at some point you got to figure out like how much time do you want the player to spend in camp, and how much time do they want should they be on a mission. Right now, I would say it's half and half, close to half and half maybe. Leveling up, training, doing things like trading with Slade and getting your upgrades,
Yep.
armory.
That definitely did change. It looks more like I do like the fire effect when it comes down to the flamethrower, and like the blowtorch thing too, because I just used it for the nurse, and it has just a
Cool.
stream of fire going.
It's
Um,
easier to tell what's happening, right?
yeah, I mean it's flames, and you can tell they're on
Right,
fire because that's what's happening on the card. It's not like,
right.
oh, I look at the card and it says they're on fire, they're poisoned, and they're bleeding, and I'm like, but I don't see no effect.
Yeah,
That's what a lot of games don't have.
just little polished things.
Because a lot of cards, I mean, even if you play Magic the Gathering or, in
Did play a
real
lot of
life,
that.
play like Warhammer, everything is a still image or like a figurine or something, or it doesn't have animation pop up. And there's a lot of that in some online games too, like MTG or I guess
Mhm.
Yu-Gi-Oh to some extent.
Well, originally this game was supposed to be co-op, like a long time ago. I had some ideas where you'd be playing, like you'd be controlling two mercs and your friend would be controlling two mercs, just two-player co-op. And this was before like Hellcard was around, so I didn't really have any proof of concept yet. I think it could still work. I'm not doing it. It's just, it's a ton of work. It's a humongous, investment of time.
Yeah, because
But
you got to go
I
through
do think,
networking and how
yep,
everything
yeah,
works online, the different regions and all the
you've got to
different stuff.
balance it all, and you've got to like make sure that there's like a turn sequence where your friend can take turns and you could take a turn.
Yeah,
But
or
I do believe it may work. Like the concept is there.
it could work, yeah. It's just, do you want to invest a bunch of time and effort into it and see if like things break? Plus, you have to deal with a lot of the community stuff. Like if something does break and you make like a beta, then there're gonna be a lot of like complainers. I guess I should put it lightly, and they would like do the things that they do for indie games, such as review bombing and shit like that.
You could screw up an existing audience, yeah. Especially if you introduce bugs that are part of the new co-op system, but that spill over into the single player, right? People say I never asked for co-op, and now the game is not is more buggy. Why'd you add this?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like, I want this changed, or why did, like, what the hell, or
right.
why didn't you not listen to us? I just realized I have I have two zombies with 51,000 health, and then I have
Oh
another one
yeah,
that's 26,000 health.
you've
Yeah,
got two bosses in play. I think you
yeah.
got two. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
just one boss
so
and two
thank
elites.
God I kept Jack then, because this is gonna suck.
Uh, there is two bosses. I just noticed. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to burn them.
Yeah, if Hudson pulls out his Molotov, we'll see. Because I don't have any actual Molotovs, and I didn't get Greedy Scout to where I'd go find anything either. So
See what you
Sashimi's
get.
gonna have to come out a lot.
Could blind them a bit with the smoke grenade.
And if I really have to, I'll just use Tactician to get rid of one of them. I think that's how it works,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Well, it'll put a lot of them back in the
Yeah, 1 to 5
in
enemies from combat back into the imminent threat, and then remove 400 noise. If I have to go really just shoot them all, I could do that too, since their stamina's getting kind of low. But my problem is the 26,000, because he's got 24 damage, and I think he's got Frenzy.
There's one that's really well. That's just an elite with the extra hit points.
Oh yeah, 31.
You, you,
Shopper
you, you
Greta.
you could definitely take him down if you start the fire going, but it'll take you. You got to fish for the fire card.
That, and I just got to keep stunning them, because I know my blunt
Yep.
weapon guys will be able to stun them once.
Yep.
Like we just did for Grovis.
This is the Lost Horde under the bridge. Yeah, that's the final map I created before 1.0.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Get them.
Even though I'm delayed, I could see what your strategy is.
For now.
Yeah, see these blood drops are a little bit more punchy, uh, and they each have individual like splat sounds. So there's probably about 15 different little
Slice
splat
and
effects, splat
dice.
sounds, blood splat. And I figured I wanted it to feel like, I don't know if you've ever played those old arcades, like Mortal Kombat 1 and 2,
Yep.
that the animated blood is just so exaggerated. It doesn't feel natural, but it fits into the theme of that game.
Yeah, I have played
It-
something like that. The old arcade games that you'd see
Yep.
from like Aladdin's Castle.
So yeah, so that's kind of what I was going for here.
All right.
I forgot what that. Used a shot. I think I used adrenaline for Nick since I didn't have any more stamina left.
Okay.
And then okay, get a critical with Jack. We keep calm down for now.
What's on your list today besides Decred?
Well, I was debating about playing dice again. You know, that one to where it had the dice for using the weapons on the ship to fire at each other. Since, you know,
Okay.
I own it. And
Alright.
if that wasn't going to work, then I was going to show off like random card games that you might want to see, or just like, I don't know, play Quasimorph, I guess. Quasimorph's coming out of 1.0 as well, the 31st of July. And
That's a survival game, right?
yes, it's a top-down extraction where you're on the ship called the Magnum, and you're trying to work for corporations like SPN, Techlin, Tianming, and every time you do a mission that they want, like espionage, security, elimination, conquest, whatever, they'll give you technology or money or items for it. And the more technology you unlock, the more like higher tier gear you get, like body armor, mind chips to get clones and stuff that are the people that go and do this fighting thing. But the game is very difficult because it's a lot of RNG bullcrap. And if you play like on fair difficulty, you'll die to a landmine. You'll blow up to like some guy with a rocket launcher. You'll have screaming people try to come at you with a rolling pin. That's what it's called, but it's called something else on the Techland thing. It looks like a giant rolling pin. And you're just, every turn is a move. So if I move once, that's a turn. If I shoot once, that's a turn. As opposed to just like what I'm doing now in Dead Grid, to where I go through everybody and then I end my turn. That's my turn. So every
Yep, I
action in
see.
that game is a turn.
I've played games similar to that. Yeah, I've definitely played something like that.
Stone Shard would be another one that's similar to that too.
Oh, I'm waiting for that to come out.
Except
That's been
not a space game. That's more of a medieval magic type of game.
I like that. That's been in early access for a long time now.
Yeah, and I guess another game I kind of played similar to that too would be called Underrail, and that one's
Underrail,
more.
okay.
The turn works as in like you have a bar that's green, yellow, and red. Like all of it is your movement, attack, whatever, and you have like there's so much crafting in that game because like you can craft two different chemicals to make a chemical warfare device, like a bomb. You can make a gun out of scrap metal. You could turn a sword into like a piece of someone's bone. There's so much crafting stuff. Like you can even make your own Kevlar armor without buying
Oh, cool.
anything.
Okay.
And it's like there's so much stuff. And the thing that bugs me about that game is that it's not that I hate the graphics on it. It's just it's pixelated, so it's hard to tell what's happening in the dark or like
Okay.
daytime. Sometimes in bright areas you just can't see your character at all, so it's tough to know what you're doing.
Summer, man. It's we're mid-year now, so there's a lot of stuff coming out, and they're all trying to rush. Everybody's rushing this because usually September you get a lot of releases, and then November you start to get a huge flood of games before the holiday season.
Yeah, everybody wants the
Yeah.
new IPs, but then like all these games that were in early access, either they want to find new projects to do stuff with it, or they want to go and keep like building upon it. Like I know, was it the guys that did Monster Train? They made Inkbound. and then that kind of got left in the dust, and then they made Monster Train
Yeah, what
2.
happened to that? I saw that game, Inkbound. I saw that.
I own it.
Monster Train was really popular.
It was made by Shiny Shoe. So
Okay.
what they did was they made this, that they went from card games to a turn-based RPG, I guess in some ways. And it went from like, it's got a lot of voiceover dialogue. It's got a lot of decent combat with like these classes called aspects. And like you have
Yeah.
different ones like Magma Miner, Thread Weaver, Obelisk, and they had their own different types of traits and skills. But the way that it works is that you had only 3 skills, 3 active skills you used. And you would go up against these things called the Inkbound, which is these ink creatures inside books. And then you'd fight these things called the Guardians, which is like the bosses of the books itself. With the final
Okay.
boss being the Inkbound, which is like some creature that like, you know, ruin everybody else's thing. But like it was a very fun game, and what Shiny Shoe did, in my opinion, is kind of scummy because they promised people that they were going to release all of the aspect characters. They never did. There's still only 8 out of 10, and they told people in a letter, I guess you want to call it that we're not going to be doing anything with Inkbound anymore and moving to Monster Train 2, and that's what they did.
I
So-
see. I played Monster Train quite a bit. I enjoyed it. It was good. Didn't
Like-
play the second game though.
Like I'm fine with them going to Monster Train 2, but if you're going to put out a game, at least finish it. Like I was because you like, for example, you don't have to do what Linksworks did with Origami 1 and 2 when they kept making promises and saying that they're gonna go and like do roadmaps for the game, and then all of a sudden the next day later they're like farewell, and they were gone. That's it. They put out a farewell letter saying we're done, our studios are closing, we can't continue this, and then that was it. But Shiny Shoe's still around, so at least the very least they could have done was put out the last 2 aspect characters of that game, and I would have been content with it no matter what.
Let me see.
But they
Inkbound.
didn't, sadly. So
I don't know if it did well.
it did well to an extent until people realized what they were doing, and then it kind of, I think it's
see.
mixed right now.
It's very positive, at least from what I'm
Really?
seeing. But you know, it did. I think it did all right. Again, it all depends on what's the investment, how big is the studio, right? Like for me, being a solo dev, my threshold is not that high for success. But if I had 15 employees to cover, you know, that's a whole different range of income you got to look at. You've got to pay people's salaries and pay their potentially their taxes for the government wherever you are. It depends on the country that you're working in, and also you know, potentially like some kind of benefits if they're full-time employees, if they're contractors. It's a whole different it's a whole different ballpark if you start managing a whole company of people.
Right.
And then you can't make these drastic decisions like we're going to work on this fun idea. Like you've got to look at, is this idea going to be marketed well? I'm willing to take more risks as a solo dev.
Yeah, like, okay, so it's very positive from the 16, so there's 16 recent reviews for it. Beforehand,
Yeah.
it was mixed because there were a lot of people angry that they just didn't want to continue on with it. And, I mean, they already put out the end boss, so I personally, I mean, would I recommend people buying Inkbound? Yes. For $30, I don't know about that one. Maybe
That's good
20
pricing.
if they kind of release a little bit. Like $30.
that's- Yeah.
I guess if you were, well, with 8 characters, you have challenges. The cosmetic thing was kind of weird too. They did the weird thing like Moonbreaker, where they tried to make it like a monetary thing, like you had to spend your money to get it. Then they changed that to a more of, if you defeat a boss or a guardian, like the end boss in game, you can get cosmetics that way.
I see.
So they went from having people spend their money to, oh, you just unlocked this. And I like
It-
that
it-
a lot
it-
more.
Yeah. It looks to me like Monster Train did well, so they returned back, did Monster Train 2, which is like their franchise now. I would not be surprised if the next game is basically Monster Train 3. At this point, you know, you've got an audience of players who really want that game.
Oh,
So they'll come back.
they
Yeah.
probably will talk about like Monster Train 3, or they might do something similar to it. That wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me at all.
I mean, for me, I've been asked before, would I do Dead Grid 2? You know, I have ideas. The problem is, it's a huge time sink working on a sequel, because I wouldn't want to repeat the same game. I'd want to have the same approach, but you know, add improved graphics. You know, um, pretty much improve on every step of it, and it's a huge investment. Minimum 2-3 years of work.
Right, and I mean it's mostly coming out of your pocket anyway, right?
That's
So-
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean,
So
if-
you know, like right now, I'm working on something else. But just to stay sane, I got to work on other ideas as well.
right. Plus, you have other people that are like, "Hey, are you gonna like make the same game? Are you gonna continue on? Are you gonna like move on to something different and try different pastures type thing?"
I've got a couple ideas in progress. I don't know which one is going to be the next actual game. Both ideas are far into development, but not enough to showcase. And I think this year I'll try to figure it all out.
Well, I mean, you got time too. It's not like it's not like you're pressured into being like, "Well, why do you tell us about this?" or "Why are you not showing us? Please let me play
Oh,
a
yeah.
beta." Like that, you know, those people are gonna be like, "Well, what the fuck, man?" Like,
That's right.
get over
This
it.
time, this
Like,
time.
you
I'll
know?
definitely launch a Steam page, do the whole wish list gathering, and then definitely have an alpha build. I'll send you, well, as soon as I have something, I'll definitely send you a copy to play. It's more of a, once you start showcasing, then you have a measuring stick. You know, like people start seeing it, they can compare and say, well, the alpha is really fun, or the alpha is really broken. I think this happened to Cube World. If you remember, Cube World came
I
out
do
as
remember
alpha,
Cube World.
and everybody loved it. And then he vanished for like 6 years and delivered a game that was vastly different from the alpha, and resulted in a lot of people being upset. But
Didn't he-
he delivered what he wanted.
Didn't he
Yeah.
eventually come back on Steam though for a little while and then vanished off the planet?
I think from what I heard is he kind of closed his accounts, and he just got too much heat, so he closed down his accounts. He is working on the new Cube World, Omega, I think that's the name. Not sure.
Cube World Omega.
I think that's the thing. Is like people wanted the alpha experience. It was open world. You could travel into these auto-generated like environments, and then the final game came out on Steam, and it was just a bunch of zones, and all your gear would reset between zones,
That was
and
for-
that was pissed people off. Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty much Cube World. I mean, you go in, you have your loadout, you're kind of wandering, you have one monster there, maybe, and then you go off and find another monster, and then maybe another monster if you're lucky, and then it just ended. There was nothing there. The world was big, sure, but there was nothing in it. It felt like a dead world. Like but I'm glad I wasn't one of them people that went on there and been like, "I dislike you. You ruined my game. How dare you? You hurt my cube. Cube World would have been great if you didn't ruin it." That type of stuff. It's just you have that mentality that like
he had it. He had it brutal. They were definitely going after him. So I feel the guy's name is Wally or something, and he definitely had it. I don't blame him for vanishing, because you need to stay sane.
yeah.
Focus on your game and stop listening to people. There's no if you're getting attacked that much, there's no benefit in trying to defend it, because you're
No.
never gonna win.
And it's gonna be always that, like I said, we talked a couple days ago about the mob mentality thing. Like,
That's right.
you know, you have a lot of big streamers that are like, if you make fun of them, they're gonna come after you with all these people, blah blah blah, and shit like that. And it's like, okay, well, you're a developer, and now it's way worse because you're gonna make a game that people might spend money on, but you know they want to feel entitled to their own opinion, and if you don't listen to them, then they get pissed off. That type of shit.
That's right. No, he did the right thing. He moved on, and he's working on the next project, and that's whatever it is. It's I wish him luck.
So do
You know,
I.
it's hard. It's hard enough, and he's just a solo dev. You know, in the early stages before Minecraft was sold, he was even invited to work to like they were gonna absorb that company, Wally's company, and he would become part of was it Mojang or something? That's the name of the
Yeah,
company that
Mojang.
owns Minecraft. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so like he was gonna be part of that company, but it didn't work out because I remember Notch was announcing it on his Twitter page, saying that he's welcoming him into the team. So you know the games are not exactly the same, but similar vision maybe. You almost got him. You almost got him. There's only 2 left.
Yep, that's why I was like, I don't know how long. I mean, again, a lot of people complain about the health in the game, and it didn't bother me at all because obviously you want to fight the zombies that get tougher, have more health, take a lot longer, and the missions aren't that long. So
Well, you're not burning them, so you're just doing raw damage.
yeah,
And that's why
because
it's taking so
again,
long.
like I don't have any. If I brought Molotovs with me, like I should have, it wouldn't take this long because fire does
Like a
destroy them.
flamethrower, Molotov, or
Yeah.
something.
I was
something,
debating about turning Aiden from using or not even Aiden, like Joyce from SMG to a flamethrower, and then turn my entire team into nothing but silent weapons. Actually, does the flamethrower, when you use it, does it produce noise?
It does not.
Okay.
It's a silent weapon.
I was gonna say, because I kept thinking about it, I'm like, it kind of makes a noise, sort of. Like,
I mean,
if you watch like some
yeah.
World War II movies, like Saving Private Ryan or Iwo Jima or whatever, you hear the hissing sound before it shoots the
That's right,
flames,
yeah.
like a plume of fire. And I'm like, okay, that kind of makes a noise, but I don't think it'd be considered like something that you
It's
hear
not.
off
It's not
in
a
the
noisy.
distance.
Yeah. It's not a noisy weapon. It's not a silenced weapon, but it's not a noisy weapon. But in your case, I mean, you've got him down to 45. That's really low. You definitely can do it. 45,000. That's quite a bit. But you're doing good damage. You're just grinding him down slowly.
Yeah, just have to
Chipping
keep
away.
stun locking them every single time.
Yep.
And I have like 3 lead them aways right now,
Always be aware.
which is probably more than I should need.
He's down to 38. Not too bad. Your mercs are all tired.
Yeah, I don't have any
From,
more
swinging.
stamina. So eventually I'm going to have to switch to range weapons. And I just got a vulnerability, so it should be pretty good to use when it gets down to half.
I wouldn't send them away now because you'd reset their health.
Right. No, I'm not going to.
You're burning. Okay, I didn't realize that. I just noticed that they're burning. So
Yeah,
that's
that was the
definitely
other
gonna help.
that was the other thing for Commando is that they have that built-in Molotov door.
Oh,
Like it
that's
goes
it.
off like I think it's like 35%. They throw it.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
what I was hoping for with
fire
Hudson.
starter.
Right.
Yep.
Like
Okay,
granted,
that's definitely helping.
that's another reason why I don't bring Molotov with me is because of that specific skill.
Yep. I forgot you had
But
that.
it is a good like idea. Yeah, he just did it again. Like, just you could bring something with you in case it doesn't go off. Okay, now it's just shooting at. Oh, look, precision helmet. So that was kind of weird. I went to go and take a card to see if I could drag one lead him away, and when I did, it just disappeared.
Oh, I haven't seen that on the stream yet because it's delayed for me.
It'll be popping up soon.
I'm watching the you're looting the boss now. Precision helmet. Yeah, that's a new item that was added a couple months ago. You're close. You're close. This guy's burning. He's taking like. Oh, because you kept stacking it. So yeah, he's almost dead.
Yeah, because it'll pop up pretty soon to where it's at 84, 64 health.
Let's see.
Okay. Burning killed him anyway. Well, I'll take hook wire. Then, okay, there's 3 dojo points and then 5 skill points after.
I'm still delayed, but that's a good test for me
Damn
to see that it
delay.
worked.
Damn delay.
Delay is good though, man. You never know if you need to stop the stream for some reason. Hook wire. Forgot about that item. There's so many elites, so many legendaries I added over the years that I've never seen. Okay, you got the 3 dojo points. That's good. Yep. So you
That
should
looks
have
great.
points now in the dojo abilities, depending on what you selected.
Yep, and it showed Iron Palm has 1. Each martial art strike deals 1 additional damage. And then martial
Yeah.
endurance increase the total hit points of mercs using martial arts weapons by 2%. And I have
So
2
that's
in
the
there.
gun. Sorry, I'm delayed, but you were just looking at the MG weapon, stun burst.
Yeah, let me go back to
Uh,
that quick.
That's what changes. That modifies the MG to fire in the skills.
Increased critical hit chance from melee and ranged attacks by 9%. Machine guns equipped
Yep.
by Enforcer mercs focus fire on the primary target instead of selecting random targets, which is nice. Because
Yep.
if I want to do 1 target with a bunch of burst damage, then I could do that instead of just everybody.
Yeah.
And then when attacking a stunned enemy with a machine gun, all follow-up shots hit.
Yeah. That's so basically it puts the machine gun into the same the same mechanic it used to be. I kind of wanted the machine gun to be a little bit different. I think I noticed I watched a bunch of streamers play and they just blasted everybody with machine guns, and to me the machine gun is it should be it's very powerful, shoots a lot of rounds, it misses a lot, but it should be a little bit more of an investment. That's why I changed it. It shouldn't like overpower other guns, like ARs are really good, without this change.
Right.
Sorry, with this change, the AR weapons and SMGs start to become a little bit better. So it is a balance change.
Show me the way.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe some people will complain. We'll see.
Well,
I don't
you
know.
know they're going to complain.
Yeah.
You know that's going to
So
happen.
you've completed. Oh, you haven't completed the campaign yet. That's why you're not seeing the aftermath.
Nope.
Um,
I
you
like
don't. You don't need to. Do it later. Yeah, no big deal.
right. Yeah, I mean,
Do
I've
it
been
when you
mainly
can.
going back and doing the intel stuff. Like you do the
Yep.
repeat missions, like we talked about beforehand, where if you keep doing repeats of that mission, that you'll get intel points and that better gear, more legendary equipment, or even unlocks as well. So that's what I was doing, like demolitionist. They'll like put landmines in mission locations, or like
Yep.
getting thief all the way up, or getting jack all the way up for marksman. Like the more
Yep.
points he has, the more times he can be out, and he
Makes
does do
sense.
stacks over. So I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Makes
Plus,
sense.
the more you play, the enemy threat gets higher, and then you have all those
That's right.
unlocked
Yeah.
for bonus rewards.
Have you seen the mission list that's part of the DLC? Since you have the DLC, it's on the top right corner of the region map. There's a button.
Where it's like says under veteran.
No. Go back to the region map, the big map for all the where all the missions are available.
Okay.
I'm on a delayed stream, so I'm assuming yeah. There's a mission list button at the top right corner.
I see it. Okay, and then it shows stash house, gas station, lost convoy, and then it's like green with biorise systems.
Well, you could change the color. That's what that little those little the little microchips. You could change the color of the layout.
I did see something like that for the DLC because I was wondering what the green light stuff was, and now I see
It's just
why.
optional. It's more like a terminal list if you're using like an old, because the whole game is supposed to be set in the 80s, right? So you're like using a terminal to view your missions, and one of the benefits of the DLC is you get this. Yeah.
Right, and you can click on them to go straight to the mission objective itself.
Yeah, it shows you like the critical information right there. Like you've got how many times you've played it, how many intel points you've got available, kills that you've done, and then the threat level.
Right, it shows
The
radio
same
station,
information. Yep.
and then SP is 131 plus, and then it says new location with 2 of the levels being campaign.
Yeah, well, the new location means you just unlocked it, you've never cleared it, and the other ones are you haven't unlocked those locations. You just play the campaign, you'll find them.
Here.
It's the last
Pretty
two
boring
missions.
just
It's the
standing here.
the last tunnel mission and the army base. So what I might do is I might still add one more mission in not for this update, but for the Halloween update. because that's coming up in about 2-3 months, end of October. So I might have enough time.
So what were you gonna do with that one?
Just more Halloween themed, just something fun and it'll run for probably a whole month. It's not like a single day event. I think players like, seeing events for different seasonal content. Christmassy stuff or Halloween stuff, maybe like Easter. I don't know if Easter really fits into this game, but like definitely Halloween, right?
I mean, unless you want to turn all the zombies into bunny rabbits, I guess that'd be the only time that would
Yeah,
work.
probably not.
Like, I mean, I
Probably
guess
no
you could
point.
do something like what it was with the Santa Claus thing. Like, there's a Santa Claus zombie because like in an apocalypse, there could be, it could be Christmas, like what it was, or what like happened to Division 2, where like you'll see zombies that are all Santa Claus dressed up because that's what they were as a
Yeah, well,
human.
that already exists. Like in the, I think from December 10th, I can't remember the dates, until mid-January, there's a Christmas season in the game, and you'll see like a Christmas tree at the gas station. You can loot it and get like a Christmassy item, and that's only available during that time. Now 1.0 has not seen that yet because it came out after the season. So that's gonna be this year will be the first one. And then definitely want to do something for Halloween. I think I'm not really sure pumpkins, maybe maybe like Halloween style like lighting. I'm not sure.
Be like
Trick or treat candy,
different jack-o'-lantern faces, and when you smash them, candy pops out of their
Yeah.
head.
You get like little trick or treat, lootable objects, and you get candy from them. That'd be kind of fun. It's just fun. It's not supposed to be like giving you a lot of power.
No, like
Easy.
how the game progressively gets harder as time goes on. Where
Oh, you're
like
doing the radio station now. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good one to do before we close out, just so
yeah,
we can watch we can see something that's not too hard.
yeah, and I looked down and I'm like, we went beyond an hour without me realizing it.
I'm on
Yeah,
my
time
way.
flies, man.
Ready.
I'm curious to see how this one performs. You should be okay on it.
I mean, I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as it was with the other. I think the other one was like 142. This might be 99 for gear score.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be fine. Because you've leveled up your squad quite a bit.
That, and I did bring a Molotov just in case. So if the 35% doesn't pop, I'll just throw it on there.
Every mission after Estelle gets a boss. And the first few don't have a boss for a reason that I didn't want people to just farm the easiest missions over and over for boss kills.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't do that anyway. Because, I mean, it's like that whole deal with you said something along the lines of people wanted to have a checkpoint feature, and it just would ruin the game because all they would do was keep farming stuff.
Yeah, I mean they still do. They farm Estelle non-stop, and that's okay. She is an easy boss once you level up quite a bit. She's pretty easy, and if you blow her up, she's almost trivial.
Well, that, and I mean, Estelle is not like the mission. Not like I'm going to 4 different areas before I finally fight her. Like it's pretty fast.
It's still a mission, yeah. Yeah, it's still a mission. It's not like a one event thing and then or one encounter and you're done. Yeah, you're doing fine. This is pretty fast. You got some army zombies here. The theme of this mission is supposed to be that the army base got overrun, and they had no place to go, so they used they tried to send one lost signal out of the radio station, and they still got overrun. That was kind of the theme.
Letting people know what was going to happen before the end time.
Well, the army base got completely like infected. So whoever escaped closed it down, shut the base entrance, locked it up, and they I guess they went here, try to make contact, and they were already infected, so they didn't last very long. And now you're coming in to get some components.
Another thing I keep forgetting about is the dodging mechanic, to where it's like, yeah, they lose stamina for using their weapon, but they also lose it from dodging attacks from zombies.
Yeah, they use whatever, dodging, blocking. Here you go. You got a combo, I saw it. Deadly Force. So do you see, it's like, it's passive. It's just kind of there, and it slowly builds up as you play. And you may, over time, like, start paying more attention to it. Be like, okay, actually, my dojo is now pretty high, so maybe I'll do martial arts because
Right.
of it. It's there to just slowly build up, not something you just put all your points into and start building from the start.
The other thing is I keep forgetting about the pills that allow you to not like miss shot attacks.
Oh yeah,
and
the
then-
drugs, right?
Yeah, and then the other one is like you can melee and it does double damage every hit. So
Yep,
imagine.
yep.
So I guess the thing would be is if you could attack twice with it and you activate sashimi, does that work too, or what? Do you get like
I
multiple
can't.
attacks
I
with it?
can't remember. I think it doubles the damage of the swing. Yeah,
So every time it does
for
like
each
multiple
swing.
attacks, it's double.
Pretty sure. I can't remember. This again, so many mechanics that I would have to look at it. I can't remember off the top of my head. That got added. Trying to remember what update that was.
That was a while
Update
ago,
3
wasn't
or
it?
4? 4 years ago, 3 years ago, or something. Long time ago. There's, you've been around. You've been playing the game for a very long time, since probably update 2. Because I started seeing your videos in 23 or 22.
Something like that, yeah. I don't remember because most of the games I buy are like either too long ago or like there's so many patches that have gone by that I can't remember all of them.
Right.
Because there's
I'm just glad that I'm technically, even though this is a big update, technically done. It's not like I'm updating something that people would say, well, I'm waiting for 1.0 to play. You basically either play now or wait for the update, but it's available.
yeah, you're multiple updates away from 1.0. So I mean, you don't have to
Right.
worry about people freaking out about it, or being like, "Oh my god, this game's unfinished," or "It's super early access," and so many bugs in this. It's like, no, it and if there is bugs, it's not very common.
Most of the bugs are achievements. I fixed a bunch. And because the game has now 370 achievements, that's a lot of achievements,
Well, I mean, you got also 60 different tracks, 20 from the menu, and then 40 from the in-game combat.
Yep. See, you've got the more burning. Okay. Advance. Kill zone.
Take my virology. See, could just do this. This is why I kind of carry dynamite.
So your Jack has got 13 shots. Even my delay stream showing 13 shots. That's good.
Always be aware.
That's from the intel points.
Revenge.
I forgot what the hell revenge was.
Revenge.
Revenge is when you retaliate an attack.
Okay.
If they attack you and then you strike back. It's one of the skills. Not the skill is not called revenge. The skill is called Tai Chi, I think. And revenge is just it's just a score. It's there. So many. I was hoping that people would not be blinded by the screen.
What do you mean blinded by the screen?
Well, I'm delayed behind the stream, but when you click on the glory score sheet, it's just a
Oh, it's just
overload of
everywhere?
information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just a bunch of words
information
and
is-
stuff.
It's a lot of information, and that's when I was releasing that and at 1.0, I was like, man, somebody's gonna open this and be like, what the hell?
Yeah, because there's a
That's
bunch of stuff going on. Again, like
Right.
a lot of people are gonna want to read this. And like, hey, can somebody read this for me or whatever? I'm like, I guess I
It's
could.
there if you want to know, right? If you really want to know, like, what kind of combos are there? Well, you could see them, but I didn't want it to scare new players.
Slice
Like, you don't need to know anything about it.
No.
The whole glory system.
And if they have the reading comprehension to understand stuff, then that's all they have to do is go look it up.
Right. So you're getting a lot of dodges and hits, okay. So if like somebody wanted to maximize, min-max their dojo combos, they'll like pay attention to what am I doing the most? Am I dodging, parrying a lot, getting hit a lot? And then you recustomize your dojos to be that. Even these guys are giving you a challenge here. Not challenge, but they're strong.
Well,
One
yeah,
veteran,
and
okay.
that, and I'm gonna have to throw Molotov on some of them because a lot of them have like 18, 13, 22 damage, and that's per hit, and they could hit me like 4 different times in a row. So the other thing is that because my stamina is super low, I might have to go loud, especially
There you
since
go.
I'm at 474 noise anyway. So it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Yep,
So, I
I
mean,
saw Bree stole an item from you, so that's gonna show up in her inventory.
And they just gave me another Molotov cocktail.
Nice.
manslaughter.
I lose noise when I use the SMG silencer, but not by very much.
Yep.
We'll put leader in between them. Yep, and that's the oh, never mind. There's 2 more cards from the noise gate.
There's a horde nearby. That's why you're getting
Okay.
extra cards too.
Yeah, and then when those are gone, you don't get any rewards until like next combat.
That's why you're getting all those elites from the horde.
Finally get rid of that guy. Like crap. Hopefully fire could deal with it, because
Is somebody healing? I don't think so.
no. Well, I have combat medic in the middle, and it restores
I see.
25% HP from the 2 people like between them, like Nick and Aiden, but not for
Yep.
the other ones. So Joyce, I think, has her own kind of class trait that heals for 10. So
And you can reposition too with the arrow keys if you want to move Joyce next to the combat medic. Just hover over Joyce and then
really,
Yep.
okay.
If you
That's-
hover over Joyce and then use the left arrow key or right arrow key and then move her over.
oh, that's better. I did not know that.
Yep. You could switch them between rounds. You could reposition them. Helps you like it works really well if you're doing assist, which is a skill in the enforcer tree. So you could like assist and then move guys around that way too to assist again.
I'd rather have that than try to waste like a really good med kit that I would need for later. Because if I already have something that heals automatically anyway, then why waste it?
It's an advanced tip that I don't really I should have put it somewhere in the tutorial, but it's hard to explain how to use it, and I think new players are going to get confused, like reposition cards, like what are you talking about, you know? But
Right.
somewhere down the line, I probably should teach that. It's in the game settings, like hotkeys screen, but I don't think I have any visual tutorial to explain it.
No, I mean, I just showed it right now to where, like, if you highlight above the card and use the arrow keys, that they'll just move right,
Yeah.
right or left, so.
Right. And you can't move zombies around that way. It's only for your mercs.
I figured. Because the only time they move is if you eat their body, like with a revenant, or bury them with a shovel.
Yep. Oh, nice. You almost got these.
Let's do dental clinic.
Dental clinic.
I think, or dental work, my bad.
There should be a dental clinic. Zombies can get better teeth.
Yeah, so they eat brains faster.
Right.
All right.
Get
Then
like,
there's two
veneers
more.
and stuff.
Two more of the. I forgot radio station was 2.
Well, you probably got a little bit unlucky with the horde pulling in tons of ads.
I'm pretty good for a lot of the equipment right now.
One dojo, okay. Yeah. Let's see how many we got here.
No stun. Well, that's cool.
So you got the new status effect on one of them, that the explosion resistance. It's the little shield that's got the orange shield icon on the zombie.
Oh,
I'm seeing stuff that's new, which is good. It's working.
yeah, I see blast
in a way, you're
proof.
yeah you're playing like a QA build. It's not ready for production yet, but I haven't seen any showstopper bugs.
Why did Showstopper have bugs beforehand?
No, I meant I haven't seen any showstopper bugs where I have to work for another week for fixing it, for releasing my showstopper.
Right.
Stopping me from releasing the build. So far is good. I just got to fix the aftermath, which is the end game. That's kind of a big feature for people playing the game a long time, and that's about it.
And you said that's
Not
currently
far.
not in this build right now.
It's just not. You can't start it. It's disabled. I need
Right.
to balance it more. And,
Plus,
and the whole point of that is you restart the game with your current squad. When you complete the game, you complete the campaign. You can start a fresh campaign, but you retain all your gear, your entire squad, but all their skills are reset. And instead of gaining skill points from level ups, you gain them from completing missions.
Okay.
So you can kind of retrain your mercs with skills again, but you're finding harder zombies, but your mercs are much better. Again, it's a new game plus, right? You've played new game plus in other games.
Right. Like
It's
Dark
not- it's not
Souls and some
supposed-
other stuff.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like super different, but it gives you something else to do that's a little bit different.
But it's not easy. It's another thing.
No,
It's
it
a lot
gets
more
harder.
difficult.
Yeah, it gets harder. And somebody might be like, I want to play again, but I don't want to start over a whole new squad. I want to keep my squad, keep my gear, keep my armory upgrades. Well, you'll keep all that, and your dojo progression as well. But you've got to unlock all the skills again, and it won't take you that long.
No. I'm pretty sure like with all my skills right now for like Enforcer Commando, it's almost maxed out on everybody on this squad right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can definitely max it out. It's just it takes a little bit of time to do it.
The intel gets reset. Actually, I don't remember if I decided to do that or not. Again, it needs more. I probably need about 3-4 more days to tune it, and maybe next week I'll announce the release date for this update. So hopefully a week, maybe a week and a half, something like that.
Let's say a week
'Cause
and
I
a
wanna
half.
do
That way you got more
Yeah.
time for it.
Yeah. Then I could do a new trailer as well. I want to put a second trailer on the Steam store page.
I'll be taking this.
I was thinking of doing a small what do you call it? YouTube Shorts to showcase the dojo system a little bit.
Yeah, and try to explain like what you're doing and how it kind of works and everything.
Yeah.
As long as it's about a minute under, then it's considered a short. But like I said, if it's more than that, it's considered a video. That's how YouTube's kind of thing works.
Ah, I see. So they'll let you post it, but they'll categorize it as a full video.
Yes. So it has to be
I see.
under. If it's above a minute, even 1 second, it will be considered a video.
I see.
Because that was the one thing that when I was doing shorts for like games that they came out for 1.0 or new updates like Sand did and stuff from like Hologryph and Tower House, the two developers that made that game. When I tried doing shorts, it would be like, you can't, this is not considered a short. And it would throw me into like a main video.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all part of, experimentation. I'm going to play around with it. So next week is probably going to be mostly marketing work. Get it ready, fix all the bugs. So far, I haven't seen any major bugs, so we'll see.
And you do have a decent amount of people in your Discord, right?
Yeah, a lot of them play the final build. Some, and then again, it's midweek, right? So like, people are working right now.
Right.
This just came out a couple days ago. I was talking to you on Sunday, then I released the build, I think Monday. So it hasn't been that long where people came in to play. Usually around the weekend, people would try out the preview build more.
And I did.
So yeah.
And I did see that they had a couple of times where there's like 131 people playing it. So I mean, it's not like it's dead. I mean, there are people playing it. Yeah.
It goes up. Yeah, definitely goes up. It doesn't go up to numbers of like popular games, but during the sales, new players come in.
I think
the
honestly,
engagement is there.
I think it's a good thing too. Like you don't need to get up to a game like League of Legends or Counter-Strike levels, though it would get you a crap ton of money. But like,
oh man, I'd be overwhelmed.
Yeah, it'd be too much. You wouldn't know what to do with it.
You can't even respond to, when I was doing 1.0, I was managing the forums, the Discord channel, also sending out keys, talking to streamers. It was just overwhelming because I'm also fixing bugs and making sure the game is stable. Then I had to finish the trailer in the last week, which was like, something I put off till the end. And I didn't get it. Every day was stressful. I'm really glad that's over. I'm really glad.
So it's not a big deal now.
This release is an update. It's good. Well, I'm doing Valve or Steam gives you these marketing visibility round, which are basically like a way for them to promote it a little bit more, and you're only allowed to use them on big updates. So your game needs to have like a major update for you to leverage that, and I'm definitely going to leverage it this time. So I expect there's going to be a spike. How big of a spike, I have no idea, but usually it's close to like a big sale. And also, when you're doing a sale like the summer sale, you're competing with every other game that's doing a summer sale, right?
Yep.
So you're just in this you're just a speck of dust in the sea of other games, great games too.
And it's harder for people to find because, like I said, for example, I'm a channel that like if I want to do card games are niche. Like, not everybody's gonna want them. Not everybody's gonna play them. Not everybody's gonna be like enjoying them. It's mainly like boomer shooters or the meta. Like, I guess to some extent, some people would go back and play like Blood West.
Boomer shooters like Dusk or something.
Dusk or Turbo Overkill or like whichever, or Nightmare Reaper was another one. And
did you try that Warhammer one? The Warhammer
Bolt Gun?
Yeah, did you try that one?
I did play the first one, and I thought it was pretty good. They're coming out with the second one that I seen.
Okay.
And
is would you consider that a boomer shooter?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's got like the weird kind of pixelated graphics you would see from like Wolfenstein 3D and Doom.
They call them billboards because they're like billboards. They're not 3D models. They're billboards that are moving around at the level.
Right.
They're always facing you.
So that's why a lot of those games are considered boomer shooters for that weird reason.
Well, they mimic the original like games that came out before 3D was even around, like Doom and Wolfenstein. Those old, really original like FPS shooters.
Everybody's gonna remember them games because they were, grandfathered in. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like the. This is the second encounter you're doing, so you got one left. Okay.
Yep, I got one left after this one, and then should be good to go.
Wrap it up.
You don't have to worry about it that much.
Oh, no, this is great. Like, the most important thing is I'm seeing you play. I'm not seeing any bugs. I don't want to jinx it by saying that. And
Not yet.
yeah, I'm not seeing any showstopper bugs. That's what I'm curious about the most.
Not like
And
not like that day when Jack kept getting like 400 damage,
yeah,
700 damage,
yeah,
1200 damage, and it's like, okay, I could do
that was
10,000
a real
damage in a
bug
single shot. Like,
for sure. That was definitely a big bug.
Showstopper.
yeah.
There's just no way to catch everything, you know, when you're working alone.
No, and you're by yourself too. You're not like
Right.
you're one brain.
You'd be amazed how many people sit there number crunching and they'll give you a formula and say, hey, your calculation is wrong. Like I should be getting 33% buff instead of 25% buff. And you're like, you're actually right. Like the fact that they sit there like writing it down just so they can catch you. That happened.
I mean, again, they can do whatever they want to, but they'll never be the people that made the game because you're the one making it.
No,
Like,
no, I welcome criticism, and I welcome absolutely welcome bug reports. If somebody's number crunching and they found a bug, that's great. If somebody's suggesting like, oh, you got to make, I don't know, so I can drive a truck in a game, well, that's definitely not going to happen, right?
Right.
That's
That's what I kind of mean. Like, there are some people that have this kind of weird concept of why don't you have this instead of like what you have now type of thing, where they want this to happen, but you can't. I mean, it's your decision whether you make it or not.
Yep. You're selling a dream, right? When you're looking at the store page, you've got your idea of what you want to buy, and then you install it, and you're like, well, that's actually different. Is that a problem? Sometimes it is if the game is mismarketed by showing you like something that it's not really focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can see that the developer's fault being somebody's like the developers being at fault. But usually it's because you like a screenshot or two and you have a vision in your mind of what you want to play. And the best thing is when you buy something with low expectations and you're surprised.
Well, yeah,
That's like the best
and
scenario.
getting people that if you could surprise somebody in a game like Dead Grid, then not only did they spend their money well, but they did it to a point that they want to tell their friends about it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. If they bought a game thinking, yeah, it's cheap, I'll give it a try, and they're like, actually, it's more fun than I thought. That's even better. It's always better than being disappointed.
Right, and that's why a lot of, like, for example, big streamers on Twitch, if a lot of them got into the card scene, you probably get your game up there higher than just, whatever you made so far.
I think there's a scene to some degree for games like Slay the Spire. Obviously, is doing really well. That's an enormous success. Monster Train, but I don't really see that many Monster Train videos. Like not
Neither
the
do
second
I.
game came out, and not that many people played it. At least for the feed that I'm getting recommended by YouTube, I don't see it.
And if you do, it's like either big streams on YouTube by very small channels, or they like did a video saying should you buy or not.
Yeah, they're doing like a variety stream or something, recommending different games. Yeah.
Toolbox on you.
You're almost done.
Yep, this will be the last one.
And that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I don't have to worry about no weird questions, even though I haven't seen anything in the chat, so I think it's just people coming by and watching every once in a while.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm going to be doing more promotional stuff next week when got to take some screenshots, upload a new trailer of some sort. You haven't actually seen the martial art cards. They're in your when you get back to camp, you'll see them in your gear.
Okay.
You don't need to use them, but you can take a look at least. You should definitely see like at least 4 or 5 now at this point.
Make this quick.
Yeah, I messed up the last game. I think it was the second mission or the second area, and I gave somebody with a blunt weapon execute when it should have been on Hudson.
Oh yeah.
Because I forgot that I moved him over to go into the medical field, like the leader skill.
Yep.
And
He
I'm
needs a
normally
sharp
with
weapon.
I'm normally with him being in the front.
All right. got
Slice and
a
dice.
priest.
He just
An event.
He just absolutely Molotov like everybody again, like the second time. Again,
That's good.
I love that skill. You know, if I don't have a Molotov, I just throw multiple out until they eventually die.
Fire starter. It's not as effective as like the regular Molotov, but it stacks, and it's free. It just gives you that extra toss.
The other thing I wanted to try to mess with is buckshot, because I do like the shotgun ability to where it spreads, where you shoot
Yep.
like multiple zombies with it at once. And I thought about
Yep.
trying to get an orange shotgun with decent damage, 'cause I know you could upgrade it too.
Yep. Oh, it's a free attack. When a merc comes into play, it has a chance to roll a free skill the whole purpose of that is to give you like other skills to experiment with. Maybe you'll find something you really like, and then you can go spec into it.
My pleasure.
You want to have players like open their mind a little bit and then like explore outside their comfort zone. If they've got a build they really like, maybe there's other builds that they would like more. And a lot of people just kind of stay on the same build, maybe the first build they ever did, and that's their play style. For me, when I played Diablo 3, I think I started with a monk, and that became my favorite class, and I just played too much of it, and I always felt like when I'm playing something else, I miss my monk. I want to play the monk again.
Because you have those fond memories of playing those specific
That's right.
builds.
Nostalgia, yeah. You just feel that, like, I want to get back to my monk. That's what got me into the game. And I'm not opening up enough. I'm not giving anything else a chance.
No. And eventually, like, if you play a game enough, like, if you put maybe 200-300 hours into it, you want to try other things. Like, when I did Fights in Tight Spaces, when I played that for 300 hours, the original, the second one, I kept doing Counter-Striker to where it was like, if I get hit, I hit back, and I hit 10 times harder with combo,
Tight spaces. I'm gonna
combo
look that
counter
up
and
again.
stuff. But, like, essentially, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you're an MI6
That would-
agent, and you're beating up people in small, like, rooms with martial arts
Yeah.
abilities. Like 540 kick, hook kick, jab, punch, 3 triple combo, that type of stuff. So it's
Oh, it just came out. The second game just came out June 8th, a month ago.
It actually, they had a trailer on the PC Gaming Show at day 9, and they showed off the trailer for it, and I instantly bought it. So
Cool.
PC Gaming Show is how I got that into the second one immediately. Because I mean, I played the first one in early access. Played all the way up until full release when they added new tracks. Put out the OSTs like we were talking about. Dead Grid, I have that up there too, but not all of the tracks on there. And I'm just waiting for them to do the second one. I didn't do Nights in Tight Spaces though. I thought about it.
Would you recommend playing the first game or just stick to the second game, or would I miss a lot if I only
Not
try the second game?
really. I mean, it's not like the story is something that you need to play the first one for. But if
Okay.
you want to get a lot of content right now, I would say play the first one and then the second
I
one.
see. Is the second game a big improvement on the first game?
Not right now. There's a lot of, like... It's got a good foundation, but there's a lot of issues I have.
I see.
Like, again, I have 300 and some odd hours in the first one, but, like, the first one had a lot of, I guess some of the mechanics were, you had a deck called Gunslinger to where it was nothing but using the gun. So you could do gut shot, far shot, advancing shot, and you could, like, switch that out with just your normal hands if you wanted to. In the second one, they changed all that to where you don't need the Gunslinger deck, but you could just grab a guy's weapon, pull it from his hands, and beat the hell out of him with it.
That's
so
pretty
tire
cool.
iron, you could stab him with the scalpel, you can grab his gun and shoot him with it. And I like that feature a lot. But they made the models in the game for, like, I guess one would be called the Slugger. And he looks exactly the same, except the guy's traits are different, called, I think it's called, like, he does a headbutt by counter. So one guy has a baseball bat that looks the same, and another guy looks the same but no baseball bat, and you can't tell what he does until you do it. So when I went to go highlight him, it said, I take 15 damage from a counter. It's called a bully, I think. Yeah, bully.
I think I remember why I didn't try the first game. It's the white background. It's just so bright that it was like blinding me.
You
a
could
little
actually
bit.
change that into dark.
Okay.
Because I hated the white background. It drove me
It's
insane.
too bright. Yeah,
it was like
blind.
It's like seeing those movies where it shows what Limbo looks like.
Yeah.
To where Limbo is just nothing but white. That drove me insane.
Well, I'm seeing like the second game. It looks like they've iterated on the background is much more detailed now.
Yeah, that one's actually black.
Yeah, and it's more detailed. Like the environments look all textured, and it looks like you're in some. Anyway, it looks like they've pushed it forward. But it's not. I don't know. Is it doing well? Like it's doing for a month. It's doing okay.
I think it's mixed right now. I think people are kind of giving it crap, which I don't understand. But
it's new. It's
the other
game.
thing I like about it is that compared to the first one, if you headbutted somebody when you went up against the wall, it's just a wall. Now, if you have like a broken arcade, or if you have an electrical box, or like a fryer, you could shove their head in it or smack them against it, and they take more damage.
Okay.
Like it does like a feature. So if you hit them against the electrical board, it'll zap them and stun them for a turn. You put them in a fryer, and it does more fire damage. You put them through an arcade, it takes a little bit of time to get out. As opposed to just normally, I put them through a wall, and that's about it.
Well, apparently it has multiplayer.
Sunburst.
Yep. Fights has co-op, I think.
Yeah. I just noticed that.
The first one does not. The first one's just single player. But I think that's why they're giving it crap, because the multiplayer co-op doesn't work. Probably another good reason why you didn't do co-op for Dead.
Yeah, no. Well, my main reason was that it's just feature overload. I mean, for me, it's a huge. My next game, that I've mentioned to you before, will have multiplayer, and I spent a lot of time developing it. But that's with experience now, right? Whereas with this game, I learned a lot. No, that would have been a mistake. And it also, if I added multiplayer in the early stages of development, I probably would have still been in early access. So it's
right. Just
the right decision.
Just learn from other people so that you don't have to worry about the problems later.
Right. I'm watching the last remnants here on the screen.
We'll see how far that goes.
Is there a boss on the screen?
Yes, right now. Well, you'll see him pop up soon. DJ Donut.
Yeah, he's a DJ from the radio station.
He's very fat too. 37,000 HP.
I totally forgot about this guy. Some of these names I came up with were silly. Like you can't. The game is not too serious, You've got crazy old man from the farm, and his wife is like still looking for him. Like,
the only way to deal with her is by using a shirt.
Yeah, you gotta toss these t-shirts in her face so she calms down because she smells him, and just these ideas. I wish I actually put more effort into that. I think if I had a second person working on the game with me, I would be tasking I would task that guy. Can you work on more fun quests that are interesting lore?
But I mean, you still did good regardless for just by yourself. I mean, it's granted, it was harder, sure, but it was you still did what other people couldn't do. I know,
yeah.
A buddy of mine, for example, I never really talked to him about much, but I think it's because he just wants me to shut up every time I talk about him. And that is, his name's Keaton, and he has a company called Vagabond Dog. And I think he's a small team now, but he did a game called Always Sometimes Monsters, and he used the RPG Maker to do it. So it's
sure.
And he said it was a tough it was tough being by himself because of how much stuff he had to go through, like PR and community management and stuff, and having to put out his game and trying to put up pricing for marketing, and it just said it was hell on earth. So, and then whenever people had problems with it, he had to deal with a lot of criticism that he was, well, he wanted me to keep it quiet about it, but I'll say it because I don't know what he's doing now. But he's like, people just piss me off. They just make me angry when they say that shit. I'm like, yeah, but you know, you wanted to do
normal.
this. Like, it's a normal occurrence. And he's like, yeah, but it still sucks.
It's normal. And also, RPG Maker is not a bad, and you know, like there's definitely big games made with it. Even that game Stone Shard is made with RPG Maker.
Really? I didn't know.
Well, wait,
Stone
actually,
Shard
wait. Let me sure. Let me see. Game engine for.
Oh my god,
Stone
does this thing
Shard.
have? Where's the minus damage?
Game. I'm mistaking it with Game Maker Studio. That's a different engine.
Oh, okay. No, I know what Game Maker is.
Yeah, different. They're not the same at all. But in any case, it's at the end of the day, if you have a fun game, it doesn't matter what, you know, you could use a Excel to come up with a really good text-based game, you know.
Yeah, I could use Microsoft Paint and make a game, possibly, maybe.
There you go, with a bunch of
Maybe.
screenshots. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like just a PowerPoint presentation.
there you go. What's he's got fierce.
Oh my god, Jack came out to play. Finally. Your ass was hiding the whole time.
All right.
I just got quick reflexes for Hudson.
Slice and dice.
All right.
Oops.
How long is the delay? It's about 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds. It's
It might be 20, 30 seconds.
is it that long?
Yeah, because I have low latency.
Oh, okay.
So I should be able to see chat in real time when somebody says something.
How do you know when people see something that's delayed and they're referencing something that you've already played like 30 seconds? You just keep that in mind?
Yes, and I can always check YouTube because it'll show the different settings. But when you go into
Okay.
low settings, it'll tell you like what it does.
That would confuse me. Like I'm not used to this. If somebody's commenting on my gameplay and I'd be oh, that was like I'm way past that now.
No, it does get confusing because there are a couple times where like I talk about something, and then
Yeah.
like a couple seconds later I forget about it. But then I'm like, it's like having that thought that you cut off mid sentence and then forget about.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I have the problem with when it comes down to streaming. Because, like, I don't know what the hell people are answering my question about.
I see. Oh, you're actually running out of ammo.
Yeah, so I have 11 stacks of it left. I just have
It's
the
all
really
these
small amount,
all
though.
these army guys that drop ammo.
So I'm
Army
going,
guys and cops.
and I keep forgetting about the pile for picked up ammo that I could just press the button and get more.
Yeah. That was added probably update 4.
I like that more than I did for just having ammo in my hand and I don't know what the hell to do with it.
It was a lot, yeah.
Gotta get rid of you.
You got into this mission with a nearby horde, so it definitely like added more challenge. I mean, not that you don't really have a lot of challenge, but it slowed it down. You're doing just fine. There you go. Got another dojo. I'm glad I'm seeing all this because when I'm playing on my own, like I don't play the same as you. So I'm like I'm learning different. Well, I'm seeing different interaction with the system.
Right, and that's what I wanted to do with the stream today. I mean, other than talking about it, like, at least you get to
Yep.
see it, because I'm...
Oh, it's great.
This campaign, I wanted to make sure that it was, like, all the way up there, because, I mean, my characters are, you know, going into repeat missions, so I can get a lot of the reward and shit from Dead Grid.
Yep.
Because, I mean, granted, yes, I could end it, but, you know, I don't really have something to go back to.
and you don't need to. You might as well wait at this point if you play more slowly. The new modes coming out. You can always play it into the aftermath mode, or you could just stay in the regular game and keep grinding. It's not. That's the whole point. Is like there's no rush.
Yeah, and that's what I did for Sunken Land as well.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to put out more stuff for the sailing ship thing, because
I love that game.
they added building ships and being able to put weapons on it, which I didn't know you could put a minigun and a cannon on there. So
Can you build a base on the ship now?
You can build a or what they call a shipyard, and it can make your own base or your own ship if you want to.
That's cool. I'm definitely gonna go back. I played about a year ago.
That was put in from the public to the live version, so if you have the live version, you can just go play that right now.
Cool. Definitely will check it out. That was fun. It was like the War World movie, right?
Yeah, except you're just dealing with everybody else, like the Warhead Gang or the Nuke Tribe or whatever, and then you're just grabbing all their good stuff.
It's well optimized too. I remember it ran really fast.
That, and I like a lot of the customization for the weapons, like the Mauser.
Okay. Yeah, definitely go back to that game at some point. It's on my list. I'm looking to play some Windrose again, but they need some more updates. I even started playing Escape from Tarkov. Not Tarkov, sorry, from
Duck Off.
Not Tarkov. I'm thinking of this. Not Escape. It's the Finnish guy. He released a game that's similar to Escape from Tarkov, but it's single player. What was the name of it?
Well, there's a couple. There's Zero Seafort.
There's Vostok. Road to Vostok.
Road to Vostok. Okay.
That was fun. Brutal. Okay, let's see. Got 4 dojo points. Reputation. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So if you go to gear and you navigate to the melee weapons, you'll see a bunch of new cards that are called martial arts.
I see it. Karate, Taekwondo.
Yep. So these are basically like weapons, but they're fighting styles. And so when you play again next time, like whenever that is, give them a try. And those they will replace your melee weapon. They're basically a melee weapon. They're not really a weapon. It's like a fighting style, but it acts as a weapon.
And you can upgrade these too.
So the way you upgrade them is by you can upgrade them. If you have multiple ones, you can combine them and upgrade them, same as a weapon. But you cannot upgrade them in the armory. They don't have an item level. So they infinitely grow through the dojo system.
Okay, because I just did Taekwondo and I got that from red to green.
Yeah, you could definitely upgrade them. So see now, like once you upgrade them, the martial strikes goes up by a number, meaning that you can strike 2 or 3 or 4 times in a single attack, and eventually you could unleash a flurry of punches, at a zombie, and each one can crit and so on. So by default from the very beginning, they don't do very much. Like it's not a lot of damage, but if you're using once you upgrade your dojo enough, in theory, it should go up quite a bit.
Like karate is really good right now, to where it says reduce damage taken from enemy swipes by 20%.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point. Is you choose which one fits your playstyle. Do you want more health? Do you want more dodge? Do you want more parry? And some of the unique ones that you'll find give you boosts to your range attacks. So if somebody's playing only with guns and they say, "Well, I don't care about melee weapons because I never use them." Well, now you actually have some that will help you with guns.
Okay.
They'll make you more agile.
Well,
it's just a play style, right? It's another play style. That's all.
Right.
It is.
No, it's you could say it's almost like gun food, where they're taking guns and doing John Wick stuff, like throwing them on the ground.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And I get that 100%.
Christian Bale, when he was doing his gun kata, right, in Equilibrium, he wasn't. It's not really karate, but he could predict where the guns are going to be shooting, so he can do these evasive moves and predict where he needs to roll, so he can reload faster. So he was definitely shooting a lot, but he was doing these kung fu moves, and
right.
I love that whole theme. I think that's awesome. It's like you're blending together martial arts with guns.
And it's like that game I talked about earlier, made by Crimson, Suit for Hire, to where it's like you're not really John Wick, but you're like something similar to it, and it's a top
Yeah.
down to where like you get instantly downed or killed by a single gunshot, but you could
Yep.
do like execution kills. You can throw them to the ground, shoot them, like what John Wick does, basically.
Yeah, exactly. John Wick just took it to the next level. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to wrap it up, or do you want to
No,
look at some more stuff?
no, that should be it. I think we're good to go.
Cool. Well, thanks for streaming, and I'll keep messaging you on Discord with updates when the actual date gets announced. There's going
Uh,
to be a really nice big patch notes posted on the store page, full of screenshots and all that.
All right,
It'll
and
be
we'll
easy to
and
read.
we'll say just for the sake of it, for when Dead Grid 1.2 comes out or upgrade number 10, is that it's going to be a week and a half from now.
Probably about a week and a half. Yeah, but I'll actually post the date probably on Monday on the store page.
Right, and you got way more people in Discord than I do, so I mean, they'll know about it before I do.
And we'll keep in touch on Discord. So as usual, just pop in, say hello, and I'm around.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely be around.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you soon.
All right, later.
Later. Bye.
I'm talking to him in Discord right now, so if there's anybody like, why are you just sitting there doing nothing, streamer? Because I want to. That's why. Rubble-a-dub. end this then. I'll be